Your check engine light comes on, you scan the vehicle, and the trouble code P0507 appears. You may notice that the engine idle speed is higher than normal, even when the vehicle is warm and stopped. Before you replace parts or assume something serious is wrong, it is important to understand what P0507 really means. P0507 means the engine computer has detected that the idle speed is higher than the expected range. In simple terms, the engine is taking in more air than it should at idle, causing the RPM to stay elevated. This code is common on vehicles with electronic throttle control and modern idle management systems. At idle, the engine computer carefully controls airflow to maintain a stable engine speed. It does this using the throttle body, idle air control strategy, and feedback from multiple sensors. When the computer cannot reduce engine speed to the desired value, it sets the P0507 code. One of the most common causes of P0507 is unmetered air entering the engine. Vacuum leaks allow extra air to bypass normal airflow control. Cracked vacuum hoses, leaking intake gaskets, loose fittings, or damaged plastic lines can all raise idle speed. A dirty or sticking throttle body is another frequent cause. Carbon buildup around the throttle plate can prevent it from closing properly. When the throttle plate stays slightly open, airflow increases and idle speed rises. This is very common on higher mileage vehicles. Idle relearn issues should also be considered. After battery disconnection, throttle body cleaning, or repair work, the engine computer may lose its learned idle settings. If an idle relearn procedure is not performed, the engine may idle too high and trigger P0507. Faulty sensors can also contribute to this code. The throttle position sensor, mass airflow sensor, or engine coolant temperature sensor all affect idle control. Incorrect sensor data can cause the engine computer to command the wrong idle speed. Before replacing any parts, proper diagnosis is critical. Start by scanning the vehicle for additional trouble codes. Related throttle, airflow, or sensor codes can help narrow down the problem. P0507 is often a symptom rather than the root cause. Next, inspect the intake and vacuum system carefully. Check for cracked hoses, loose connections, or signs of air leaks. Smoke testing the intake system is one of the most effective ways to find vacuum leaks that are difficult to see. Inspect the throttle body closely. Look for carbon buildup around the throttle plate. In many cases, careful cleaning of the throttle body restores proper airflow control and normal idle speed. Check whether the vehicle requires an idle relearn procedure. Some vehicles need a specific relearn process using a scan tool or a defined driving procedure. Skipping this step can cause the code to return even after repairs. Live scan data is very helpful when diagnosing P0507. Monitor commanded idle speed and actual engine RPM. If actual RPM is consistently higher than commanded, excess airflow is likely present. Also, review mass airflow readings and throttle position data. These values help confirm whether airflow at idle is reasonable. Unusual readings can point to sensor issues or airflow problems. Driving with a P0507 code may cause rough shifting, increased fuel consumption, or uncomfortable vehicle behavior at stops. While the engine may still run, ignoring the issue can lead to long-term drivability problems. The biggest mistake with P0507 is replacing the throttle body or idle components without testing. In many cases, the real problem is a vacuum leak, carbon buildup, or a missing relearn procedure. Testing before replacing parts saves time and money. Once the root cause is corrected, clear the code and test drive the vehicle. Allow the engine to idle under different conditions and confirm that RPM returns to normal. It may take a few drive cycles for the engine computer to fully adapt. Understanding how idle speed is controlled allows you to fix P0507 correctly the first time. Instead of guessing, you can focus on finding and fixing the real cause of the high idle condition. Always diagnose first, understand the system, and fix the root cause. Taking the time to test properly saves money and prevents unnecessary repairs. Before replacing parts, check our channel for more diagnostic tips and real-world fixes. Fixcar Codes helps you understand the problem before you spend your money.